हेलो मेरे शहर की जान, आप सुन रहे हैं 104.2 मिर्ची लव अपूर्वा के साथ। एम्पावर आवर में हमारे साथ लाइन पर है पूजा भाले, who about 5 years ago completely transformed this 2 acres of land in the outskirts of Pune. आज ये land the farm by Protecterra के नाम से जाना जाता है, which is a completely zero waste place in the laps of nature. Simply एक physical space होने के अलावा it is a project built upon the key values of love and awareness and learning and a lot more. पूजा, अब फार्म के बियॉन्ड कैसे बढ़ने की उम्मीद कर रहे हैं? How do you hope to grow beyond this project?
So the farm as a place is organic, like physically, and I think our growth is also organic. So under the aegis of Protecterra, the farm is one of our projects, and Protecterra does loads of different things from, educational awareness, outreach programs, film screenings. I'm a visiting faculty professor and so on. So I've always held close that the farm is a philosophy. Protecterra is a philosophy. It's not physical organizations and physical places. So we want to create mind spaces in the hearts of people to engage with leadership, love, compassion, sustainability wherever they are. And we can only inculcate that through action and engaging with spaces like the farm. But beyond it, you don't have to have a place. I think once you create an impact in the mind, you're able to actually grow and create people who will hold that value close all their life.
To build something that is founded in strong emotional values sounds like the need of the hour. And it's incredible कि एक physical space in values के through manifest हो रही है. Stay tuned for a little bit more in my conversation with someone who's transforming the landscape of Pune and the landscape of our minds. That's Pooja Bhale, who is running a place called The Farm by Protecterra. अगर आपके पास इनके लिए कोई specific सवाल है, then hit me up on my Instagram at Mirchi Love Apoorva और सुनते रहिए 104.2 Mirchi Love, मेरे यानी अपूर्वा के साथ जिंदगी से जस्ट प्यार किए जा। Good morning, my early birdies. You're listening to 104.2 Mirchi Love with Apoorva, and here is your scoop of morning inspiration. आज हमारे साथ लाइन पर है एक बहुत ही इंस्पायरिंग गेस्ट पूजा भाले, who runs this place in the outskirts of Pune by the NDA road called The Farm by Protecterra. Yes, by the sound of it, ये बिल्कुल ही एक बहुत ही beautiful, green, sustainable, physical space है. But there's so much more magic to it. To begin with, the farm encompasses 2 acres of land, जो completely zero waste है, and is a home to rescue dogs and cats, amongst other animals. अगर आप कभी इस farm पर जाते हैं, then you'll notice that everything has a handmade touch to it. Each little thing is built with a lot of intention. And the hope is to introduce people who visit not only to a community of ecological awareness but spiritual growth. For instance, इस farm के 3 pillars है love, awareness and learning, and Pooja is making an effort to educate the youth, the people, about learning through the earth, reconnecting with nature. पूजा, आज आप हमारे listeners के लिए क्या मैसेज छोड़ना चाहोगी?
I think अगर मैं लोगों को बताऊंगी कि आपने क्या करना चाहिए, तो my simple and forever ever give away to people is choose kindness. If you have a choice, choose kindness. The Dalai Lama said something along similar lines, and it struck so true. When there's a choice, choose kindness. There is always a choice.
Words to live by. That was Pooja Bhale with us, guys. You're listening to 104.2 Mirchi Love Apoorva के साथ अपने आप से और लोगों से और अपने environment से पूरी तरह से प्यार किए जा। Good morning Pune, you're listening to 104.2 Mirchi Love Apoorva के साथ, और आज के Empower Hour में हमारे साथ लाइन पर है the wonderful conservation biologist Pooja Bhale. Along with being a conservation biologist, she's also a Reiki practitioner, a telepathic animal communicator. She practices NLP and is a practicing shaman. So lots of realms of conscious living. Pooja Bhale runs this space called The Farm by Protecterra, जो एक बिल्कुल beautiful escape है city life से, but it's still located in the city of Pune. पूजा अपने काम के थ्रू उम्मीद रखती है कि जो लोग इस फार्म के साथ एंगेज होते हैं, इस स्पेस में वक्त बिताते हैं, that they experience a behavioral change, and that change means a shift in their attitude towards the environment. Pooja, how did you decide to start the farm, and how has your audience responded to it?
Well, the farm is a project of an organization called Protecterra Ecological Foundation. And essentially, Protecterra works in awareness, education, and outreach. And we're talking about connecting people to nature. We're talking about connecting people to wildlife, to have love and compassion for the earth, for all the beings that we share this planet with.
Lovely.
But how do you do that if there are not spaces that hold that vision close? And that is how the farm was born. It was essentially born initially as a wildlife education center, but it had its own journey to make, and it eventually became this place where people can come and reconnect, the place for rewilding, for restoration. And the behavioral changes that you start to see in people the moment we connect with spaces, that is spiritual ecology. What is within is without. So simple things, people smile a lot more, people are a lot easier. I mean, there are so many stories of the incredible way their lives are touched by being at places like the farm.
Wow, sounds like a place with such powerful energy. Pooja's farm is built on 3 incredibly intentional pillars. Stay tuned in our conversation. You're listening to 104.2 Mirchi Love, Apoorva के साथ. शहर की जान आप सुन रहे हैं 104.2 मिर्ची लव मेरे यानी अपूर्वा के साथ. और क्या कभी कभी सिटी से थोड़ा सा टायर्ड महसूस करके आप चाहते हो to get away into this beautiful green landscape but not too far away from home? Well, Pooja Bhale is doing just that by running a one-of-a-kind space called the Farm by Protecterra in Pune. Pooja's heart lies in creating love for the environment, love for the self, and finding more ways to conserve the environment and unite us with nature once again. With that in mind, Pooja is working on the farm in a space called spiritual ecology. Pooja, could you share a little more about this concept of your farm? और spiritual ecology का exactly मतलब क्या है?
Spiritual ecology is essentially about what is within is without. The current crisis that the planet faces is one of the lack of empathy, the lack of compassion, of greed, of wanting too much. I mean, climate change and environmental destruction and degradation are coming and stemming from these basic things. Animal cruelty. You have to be such a troubled human being yourself to do something like that.
Right, that's a really good point.
So spiritual ecology is based essentially in the fact that everything has a response from within. And the farm basically works with that. So our pillars are love, awareness, and learning. So love for the self, and awareness about our impact on the planet, and a learning from her, or learning from the animals, from the planet herself. And we do engage with people with various different ways at the farm to engage them with themselves and with nature and with animals.
How beautiful. Guys, अगर आप खुद अपना time इस farm पे experience करोगे, then you will experience a heightened sense of calmness and grounding, and I think that's the whole point. To lessen your disconnect from self by actually disconnecting from the city a little bit. और आप बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं by simply diving a little deeper into more of the concept of this farm. आप सुन रहे हैं 104.2 मिर्ची लव अपूर्वा के साथ.